Okay, now we are continuing. I did not mention documenting your code, which is what this is. It's putting comments for HTML. A comment is slash, what's it called? Star. And then you type star slash. That's a comment. Because it's outside of the HTML, it's not showing up as actual code. This is JavaScript comments. Blah blah blah. Okay, so CSS, JavaScript, and HTML is open tag, exclamation, dash dash, text, dash dash. So now, if I go to live preview, because this is HTML, and everything was outside of the HTML, you see nothing here. But if it's in the HTML tags, then it's slightly different. If you do want this to be comments, but still HTML, this is CSS, so you just open, style, close. And for JavaScript, you can do JavaScript elements in HTML. That would be script. So now all of these are comments in their own language. Now, you're going to do buttons. There are two different types of buttons, a CSS button and an HTML button. In the heading, I'm going to put two buttons before the first heading because I feel like it. I'm going to make them sign up and log in. So, button, log in. Button, sign up. So now these are two buttons not linked to anything. I'm not exactly sure if, yeah. Oh, these actually look better than the ones I'm used to seeing. I don't know if it's because they have something anchored to them. Hold on. Href equals notice save. Okay, so it isn't. So HTML buttons, I don't know if this is because of what I'm using, the program, brackets, but these actually look a little different. I'm gonna search HTML button to show you how they usually look, what I'm used to. None of these. This one. Just boxes with words. Now they look a little more stylish. A little curved. nice look to them, I guess. But there's also CSS buttons. So I'm going to go into my style tags, enter dot btn. I just use that for buttons because it's quickest. Okay, and here we're going to do background color. Colon. Let's do it. Ooh. White. I'm not very creative, but I guess it just goes. Now, you don't need a border unless you want one. There are several border types, like imprint, outprint, like that. It's set in, brought out. There's different borders, border styles, but for the sake of this, I'm not going to include it. But if I want to change it later, I'm just going to border, colon, none. So that looks different, and that's because I didn't put my semicolon. See, if I put a semicolon, it changes. But I want to show off a feature of this program, so I'm not going to. Next is color. That's the text color. Gonna make that lime green. Padding. Don't actually know what that does, but all the times I've seen it used, it's always 15 by 32. 15 px pixels space space. I do 2 spaces. 32 px. Don't always. That didn't type. I'll just use 1. Okay, why is that no? My numpad wasn't on. There we go. Now we're done with padding. Text align's always center for buttons. It just looks better that way. And then there's text decoration. So I'm just text align center. Text decoration. I'll do underline. Underline. Underline just puts an underline. There's underline, overline, strike through. Basically, if you can do it on Word, you can do it in HTML. Display, inline block, that just tells it this is how you're doing it. You're making it a button. So, display. Inline block. If there's no spaces in HTML or CSS, JavaScript, unless you're doing text. Always use a dash. Inline block. There's no O. Block. There. Took long enough. Then there's font size, your margin, and what cursor you want to show. For the sake of fun buttons, I'm just gonna do font size, right? Yes, font size. Sorry, vacation brain. Font size, I'm gonna go 16. Margins. The margins you don't want to be too big. I'm just gonna do a 4x2. And then the pointer is where I get fun. Margins. 4px space 2px and enter. I don't have a full list of pointers on me right now. I can search it up, but there's a magnifying glass, there's the normal pointer, the arrow. That one I know is just called pointer, because I got confused. This is supposed to say cursor. There's pointer, there's a hand, there's what I want to use, crosshair. Crosshair. Now, remember when I said, haha, fun? I didn't put the semicolons because I can do this. If you hold Control, click at the end, it's easier to just put them, but if you forget something, want to include something in several places, this is the way to do it. Just now I can do whatever I want and it shows up in unison in those different places. Click, and it's gone. Now what do I do here? margins. That doesn't sound right. Why did I put that? No S. I was supposed to have an S. Now, right here, button, class equals btn, save. Go here, and this is our button. I'm gonna make the box smaller. Let's go by half. So 16. This 7. Save. So now it's smaller. Just looks better. I'm gonna make it a different color. How about I invert it? Lime green, black text. Black. Lime green. And I'm going to display what... Where is it? I believe it's border. Outset. There. It isn't. And that just looks bad. I'm gonna make it... No. None, because that was the wrong one. Background color. Hot pink. Much better. I'm gonna go deep pink, actually. Deep pink. Save. Beautiful. Now I'm going to just Google outset CSS. CSS borders. Outset border. Okay, border style outset. So I have to put border style. Border style. Outset. Save. Close that. Close that. Do something wrong. Hold on. I believe my links has it. Well, button. No. Border, outset, okay. Yep, so it's border outset. Whatever. We'll figure that out later. Oh, it's because the thickness. Border width. Thick. Save. No, it's not. I just don't know what I'm doing. But see, this is what the cursor does. When it hovers over text, that's just what happens all the time. It goes to the eye to tell you where you're putting it. If not, it's a pointer. If it's a button, see, this doesn't do anything, so let's take away class BTN. Save. Okay, so it still doesn't work. But usually buttons are shown with the hand, with the, like, clicking. Anyway, this has been Buttons.